You've got mayhem out here and mayhem in here.
Yes, absolutely, mayhem everywhere. So it's on point. The theme is is doing well. Yeah.
What attracted you to the script when you first read it?
I think the fact that it was, when you have something that's just got so much action or so much horror, it's kind of high concept. The story becomes so much more tangible when you can ground it in something, a situation that we've all been in, which is working in an office, for example, with kind of very regular people, and then all of a sudden madness, literally, and mayhem happens to them. But also the writing was really clever. There were so many twists. I really loved the characters because they were so well developed and actually real, and you felt like you could, they could walk around off the page. And then also, obviously, Joe, I am a massive fan of him, and speaking to him and how passionate he was and how much vision he had even for my character was just really, it was just really great. And he's such an awesome person and so much fun to work with. And just the opportunity to do something different. I love this genre, and I'd love to do more of it. So it was good on lots of bases.
As well with the horror genre, there is the scripts are a lot cleverer than people actually give them credit for. There's so much kind of social commentary and stuff.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because it's kind of like, if you just stripped away all of the blood or the gore or the jump scares or whatever, you just have relationships and you just have people. But obviously it makes it a lot more fun when there's things to be scared of, and everyone loves, I think, an adrenaline rush in some way. So it's so great that we're able to celebrate films like that on such a wide basis at these kind of festivals.
It's almost like an emotional exercise, isn't it, when you watch it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's an escape, and that's why one of the reasons I love my job, or I love acting, is the chance to escape and to use your imagination and to put yourself in that place without going there. You're just saying to the person who's heard a noise and is walking towards the creepy door, why are you doing that? But you don't have to do it yourself. It's amazing to be a part of.
And was it nice as well for your character to have an arc as well?
Yeah, absolutely. And that was one of the things that attracted it to me so much, because Joe was so keen on her having a beginning, middle and end, the lead characters, and that, people aren't really interested in that. Sometimes you just come in and, you kind of do your part and then you're done. But actually, Jenny, my character, really kind of put her stamp on things at the beginning, and then I had something to really carry me through. So it was so great to so great to do.
Mayhem, what is it about this story that you wanted to tell us?
I wanted to tell the story of Mayhem because I was that character. I was working a corporate job, not enjoying myself at all, not feeling like I was my true self. And this script came along and was such a reflection of not just my life, but so many people's lives who have lived in this corporate culture. And whether you're a creative or you're not, you're still a kind of a cog. And it's a very impersonal situation. And I was just so unhappy, yearning to just express myself in another way, which is why I made movies. So this movie was kind of a pure reaction to that for me, and it wasn't a story I wanted to tell, it was a story I needed to tell. So by having that connection to the film made me want to do it all the more.
And I would think as well then, when you want to do that, you're wanting to have characters as well that are truly believable, and they're people that you anchor yourself in.
Absolutely, but part of that also is casting right. And the fact that we had Stephen Yun and Samara Weaving, just those two alone, they're so likable anyway, and they're so charming, and they're so relatable and they do awful things in this movie. But because it's them, and because obviously we have the guise of it's not really them because they're influenced by this virus that's making them lose their inhibitions, we kind of give them a pass. But when you see those characters, they were so instantly likable as people that I just fell in love with them so much more. And there's a scene in the movie that was completely improv that has a total arc at the end of the film, and that would have never happened if I didn't have those two people together. The old adage is half your work is done in casting, and that could not be more true than my cast in Mayhem.